listen carefully, because if you miss this, you might never understand why some people seem to age backward. Their eyes stay bright, their posture never collapses, and their calmness feels almost unnatural. It's not genetics, it's a code, an ancient one, hidden in the teachings of Thoth, now rediscovered and quietly practiced by Japanese researchers studying longevity. Thoth, known as the Egyptian god of wisdom, once said that every human body holds the spiral of renewal. Modern science calls it autophagy, the process where your body clears old cells to make room for new ones. Thousands of years apart, both describe the same miracle, the body's ability to clean, rebuild, and restart. This is the first key of Thoth's 6 exercises that reverse aging. He called it the hour of emptying. In Japan, longevity experts from Okinawa to Nagano unknowingly practice this same principle through intermittent fasting. When they stop eating for 16 hours, their cells activate survival genes that recycle damaged tissue. It's the biological mirror of Thoth's command. Let the vessel rest so the light can renew the clay. Every moment of emptiness is not loss, it's regeneration. Try it yourself. Stop eating after 7 p.m. Drink only water or green tea until 11 a.m. the next day. At first your body resists, but around the 14th hour something changes. You feel clearer, lighter, sharper. That's the ancient energy Thoth described as ka, awakening through discipline, not magic. Most people fear hunger, just as they fear silence and stillness. But Thoth's first lesson and Japan's science of longevity both say the same thing. When you empty the body, you feed the spirit. When you control the urge to consume, you control the clock that consumes you. Harvard biologist David Sinclair calls this the metabolic switch. At that moment, your mitochondria stop burning through life and begin to repair DNA instead. Growth hormone rises, inflammation falls, blood sugar stabilizes. You're not fighting age, you're rewriting it at the cellular level. Thoth described the same transformation in symbolic form thousands of years before microscopes existed. Picture yourself at sunrise. You've eaten nothing, yet you feel awake. A strange calm hums behind your heartbeat. That is the first light Thoth promised to those who walk the path of discipline. Japanese monks report the same clarity after days of controlled fasting, a state where the mind stops screaming and the body becomes transparent. Thoth's tablets warn, "He who fills endlessly empties his spirit." Modern medicine agrees. Constant eating keeps insulin high, which accelerates aging. Every time you fast, you are not depriving yourself. You are performing an ancient ritual of cellular cleansing. But this isn't only about skipping breakfast. It's a test of self-mastery. The one who can delay desire gains control over the body's programming. Aging, at its root, is just a program. Cells follow instructions. Change the instruction, and you change your destiny. The Japanese speak of ikigai, a reason to wake up each morning, and it aligns perfectly with Thoth's principle of ma'at, the balance of life. Both insist that physical health cannot exist without spiritual purpose. If you fast without meaning, it's only starvation. But if you fast to renew clarity, every skipped meal becomes sacred. Once you master the hour of emptying, your body stops aging on autopilot. Your mind slows enough to hear its own rhythm again. Then and only then are you ready for the second exercise, the breath that freezes time. A ritual mirrored in Zen breathing and modern vagus nerve science. So tonight, when the sun sets, don't reach for another snack. Drink water. Walk slowly. Imagine every cell in your body preparing to reboot. The silence of your stomach is not weakness. It's wisdom echoing through time. You are not starving. You are rewinding. Aging is not the enemy. Forgetting the ancient code is, and now that you've remembered the first one, your transformation has already begun. Breathe in deeply right now. Hold it for a moment. Feel how your chest expands, how your heartbeat slows, how silence starts to appear inside you. This is not just breathing. It's communication between your body and time itself. Thoth called it the breath that freezes time, the second of his 6 exercises to reverse aging. Thousands of years later, Japanese monks still practice this same science every morning before sunrise. They call it Zen Kokyu, the art of mindful breathing that calms the nervous system, sharpens focus, and extends life. The secret is simple, yet it rewires everything. When you breathe with awareness, your body enters what modern scientists call the parasympathetic state. This is the healing mode. Blood pressure drops, stress hormones fade, the immune system activates, Inside your chest, your heart and brain begin to move in rhythm again. Most people never notice how they breathe. Their lungs move like machines, short, shallow, restless. Every day they send signals of danger to their brain without realizing it. But Thoth's teaching, and the Japanese method that mirrors it, both insist that every breath carries the power to stop decay. When you slow the breath, you slow the erosion of your cells. It's as if time itself hesitates, watching you regain command of your own body. Scientists today describe this through the vagus nerve, the great communication line connecting brain to heart, lungs and gut. Deep rhythmic breathing strengthens this nerve, tuning your body like an instrument. Thoth described it symbolically as the serpent of light, winding through the spine, carrying energy upward. Different words, same truth. To practice this, find a quiet moment. Sit or stand tall. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale gently through the mouth for 8. Do it 10 times. That's one round of what the ancients called the breath of the sun. You'll feel the shift almost instantly. The body relaxes. The noise of thought softens. For those few seconds, you're no longer running after time. You're standing still while time moves around you. This is why so many Japanese centenarians begin their day with slow breathing and end it the same way. They are not exercising lungs. They are commanding energy. Modern studies from Tokyo University show that deep diaphragmatic breathing increases nitric oxide in the blood, which widens arteries, improves oxygen delivery, and enhances mitochondrial function. These are the biological signs of youth. Thoth's wisdom predicted this millennia ago, saying that the breath of the wise man renews the fire in his blood. You don't need faith to believe that. You only need 5 minutes of practice. Notice how children breathe, naturally deep, relaxed from the belly. That is why they heal quickly and overflow with energy. As adults, stress locks the diaphragm, forcing shallow breathing. The result, fatigue, anxiety, faster aging. But by returning to the ancient rhythm of breath, you tell your cells that the danger is gone. You give them permission to repair instead of defend. Breath becomes medicine. In Japan, there is a small mountain temple in Fukui where monks meditate in silence for hours, their breathing so synchronized that the entire room seems to pulse like one living being. Scientists who studied them recorded heart rates dropping to levels seen only in deep sleep, yet they were fully awake. Their cells were literally resting while alive. That's what Thoth meant when he said, "Still the motion of the heart and you will touch eternity." This exercise isn't about perfection. It's about remembering how to be alive again. When you master your breath, anger loses its grip. Fear dissolves faster. Focus returns. Even pain becomes easier to bear. Because through breath, you're not escaping the body, you're reclaiming it. Try this each morning. As you inhale, imagine drawing golden light up your spine. As you exhale, imagine releasing gray smoke. The weight of yesterday, the noise of the world. Do this for 3 minutes before you start your day. You'll notice that time feels different. Minutes stretch longer. Small moments feel full. You start aging slower because you're living deeper. This is why Thoth and the Japanese masters agree on one thing. The path to immortality begins with awareness of breath. You don't need a temple. You don't need a ritual. You only need presence. Every calm breath is an act of rebellion against decay. Every inhale whispers, "I'm still here." Every exhale answers, "I am still young." And as you breathe tonight, remember this: oxygen keeps the body alive, but awareness keeps the soul awake. Together they make time pause. That is the true breath that freezes time, the breath that makes age wait for you to finish living. Stand tall right now. Feel the way your spine holds you. That single column of bones and nerves is the bridge between heaven and earth, between thought and action. Thoth called it the pillar of light, and Japanese masters of longevity call it the axis of ki, the life force that flows when posture is perfect. This is the third exercise that reverses aging, the posture of power. It may sound simple, but the way you hold yourself determines how every organ functions, how energy circulates, and how the mind perceives the world. When posture collapses, breath shortens, blood flow weakens, digestion slows, and even your brain receives less oxygen. Most people age not because time beats them, but because gravity wins too early. Imagine 2 people of the same age. One walks upright, eyes clear, shoulders back. The other slouches, chest sunken, gaze downward. Both are 40, yet one looks youthful, the other exhausted. Posture tells the body what age to believe. When you stand straight, you send a signal through your nervous system. I am still alive, alert, strong. The body obeys that command. In Japanese dojos, every movement begins and ends in alignment. Back straight, chin level, energy centered below the navel in the hara. That physical discipline trains the mind to be present. It is the same principle Thoth encoded in his ancient tablets when he wrote, "He who bends before the storm shall remember the shape of his soul." Modern science confirms what the ancients intuited. Studies from Kyoto University show that posture affects hormone balance. Standing tall increases testosterone and reduces cortisol within minutes. The heart pumps more efficiently, and neural signals between brain and gut synchronize. When the spine is straight, electrical energy travels unblocked along the central nervous system, just as Thoth's metaphors described, energy rising through the vertebrae like light through a crystal column. It is not mysticism, it is anatomy. To practice this exercise, start by grounding yourself. Place your feet shoulder-width apart. Imagine roots growing from your soles deep into the earth. Now lift the crown of your head slightly, as if pulled upward by invisible strings of light. Relax the shoulders, soften the jaw, open the chest. Let the breath flow freely. Feel how your entire frame realigns. This is not posing, it's remembering. The human body was built for vertical symmetry. When you return to it, energy begins to flow upward naturally. Thoth taught that the spine stores memories of fear, guilt, and submission. Every time you bow under stress, your body records that story in its curvature. The Japanese have a similar belief, kokoro no katachi, the shape of the heart reflected in posture. When the heart is heavy, the back folds. When the spirit is light, the body straightens. Changing posture therefore changes emotion. A simple adjustment in stance can transform mood faster than words. Try it when you feel drained. Stand tall, breathe slowly, lift your eyes. Within 30 seconds, the body starts releasing dopamine and serotonin. You feel awake again. Older Japanese artisans often display extraordinary vitality, even in their 70s and 80s. Watch a calligrapher or swordmaster. Their posture is absolute, centered, calm, unshaken. Every motion radiates grace. That alignment keeps joints lubricated, muscles toned, and balance sharp. Western physiologists studying them discovered that proper spinal posture reduces pressure on internal organs by up to 30%, improving circulation to the liver, kidneys, and brain. The result is longevity that looks effortless, but is actually engineered through thousands of mindful repetitions. In the temples of ancient Egypt, initiates were taught to meditate while standing. They believed the vertical body acted as an antenna, connecting cosmic and earthly energies. Today we understand that upright posture enhances electrical conductivity along the spine and increases alpha brainwaves associated with calm focus. Again, ancient language meeting modern science in perfect harmony. You can integrate this practice throughout your day. Each time you catch yourself slouching at a desk, straighten up, take one deep breath, and feel how blood and thought start flowing again. Each time you walk, imagine your spine as a glowing rod of light moving through space. Keep your chin level, not raised with pride but balanced with awareness. Over weeks, your muscles remember. Over months, your organs follow. This is why Thoth called the body a temple of geometry. Every angle, every line determines how energy moves. When you stand in alignment, you are in harmony with the laws of physics and spirit at once. The Japanese call this seikatanden, the center 2 inches below the navel where life energy gathers. Focusing awareness there while maintaining posture keeps your balance in both movement and emotion. You stop reacting impulsively because your body has become stable. The outer stillness creates inner command. Some scientists now explore how posture affects telomere length, the protective caps of DNA linked to aging. Chronic slouching compresses internal organs and may increase oxidative stress, while open posture improves oxygenation and reduces that wear. Thoth's promise that the straight column knows no decay suddenly sounds less poetic and more physiological. Before you sleep tonight, lie flat on your back. Stretch your spine from crown to tailbone and take 3 long breaths. Whisper inwardly, "I stand in the light." Feel your body unwind from the day's weight. This is not fantasy. It is maintenance of the human instrument. When morning comes, rise slowly, align your back, draw in air like a wave of energy, and walk as if your feet remember the earth's pulse. Posture is not vanity. It is communication with life itself. Every cell listens to the way you stand. So remember this third key. Hold yourself as if you were young and youth will obey. Gravity pulls everyone, but awareness allows you to rise. Thoth's posture of power is the art of meeting time on equal ground, not fighting it, not surrendering to it, but standing with it. When you master this, the world sees you as unshaken, and inside your cells believe it too. Move slowly for a moment. Let your arms rise as if they were lifted by air itself. Feel the space around you respond. This is not just movement. It's communication between your body and the universe. Thoth called it the motion of immortality, the fourth exercise that restores youth. He taught that stillness without motion leads to stagnation, but motion without awareness leads to decay. The secret lies in harmony, movement performed with consciousness. In Japan, this wisdom lives on through Tai Chi, Shinrin-yoku, and the simple art of slow walking meditation practiced by centenarians who live beyond 100 years with hearts as strong as young athletes. We think exercise must be violent, that sweating and pain are signs of progress. But the long-lived know something different. The goal is not to conquer the body, but to circulate its energy so it never rusts. The Japanese say, "Move a little every day, and death forgets your name." Thoth said the same in another form. "Let the current of life flow through all limbs each dawn, for the stagnant pool knows no reflection." In modern terms, gentle movement keeps the lymphatic system alive, pumping toxins out, oxygen in, and renewal everywhere. When you stop moving, your blood thickens, your joints stiffen, and your mood fades. The first step toward aging is stillness. The first step back toward youth is motion. Imagine the monks of Mount Koya at sunrise. Their robes sway slowly as they walk through cedar forests, chanting softly. Every step in rhythm with breath, every motion a prayer. Scientists studying them found reduced cortisol levels, improved immune activity, and enhanced neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to keep learning, all from walking in silence. No machines, no gyms, just mindful movement. Thoth's tablets describe this same state. Move in harmony with the breath of the world, and your bones shall remember the dawn. You can practice this anywhere. Begin your morning by stepping outside, barefoot if possible. Feel the ground beneath you, the pulse of life under your feet. Start walking slowly. Inhale through your nose for 4 steps. Exhale for 4 steps. Keep your gaze soft, your shoulders relaxed. Let your mind empty with each step. You'll notice after 10 minutes that your body feels awake in a new way, not tired but charged. This is energy circulation at its purest form. The Japanese call it ki no nagare, the flow of vital energy. Western biology calls it improved mitochondrial efficiency. Either way, the result is the same. Your cells begin to glow again. In Okinawa, where some of the oldest people on Earth live, daily movement is woven into life, not treated as a task. They garden, walk, stretch, and dance without hurry. Their bodies stay flexible because their lives are rhythmic. Scientists call this NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, small movements that keep metabolism alive all day. Thoth spoke of this when he said, "Let not the temple stand idle, for idle stones invite dust. Motion cleans the temple. Motion keeps memory awake. You don't have to learn complex martial arts. Just rediscover grace in simple motion. Rotate your shoulders in circles. Roll your neck gently. Twist your spine from side to side. Move your wrists, your ankles, your toes. Each motion reawakens tiny muscles that forgot how to live." In Japanese culture, these micro-movements are seen as sacred rituals of self-respect. You acknowledge your own body as a miracle. Modern neuroscience adds more proof. Movement stimulates BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the chemical that repairs neurons and protects against aging diseases like Alzheimer's. The more you move, the more your brain rebuilds itself. Thoth symbolized this by describing the dance of the stars, motion as divine memory. He understood what science now proves. Stagnation is the real death. As you move consciously, time seems to slow. The body stops being a prison and becomes an instrument again. That's why Japanese longevity culture values slowness. They eat slowly, breathe slowly, walk slowly, yet live long. Because slowness means presence. Thoth wrote that haste burns the thread of years. Every rushed action steals life. Every mindful motion returns it. Try this. The next time you walk to the store or climb stairs, move half as fast. Sync each step with your breath. Feel the shift. Your heart steadies, your mind clears. You are no longer being carried by time. You are carrying time with you. This is the motion of immortality, not about how fast or far you go, but how present you are in every movement. Many Japanese elders who live past 100 practice morning stretching before breakfast. They reach upward as if greeting the sky, then bow forward to honor the earth. It's simple, quiet, and eternal. The same gesture THOTH'S initiates made before sunrise thousands of years ago. Upward to receive energy, downward to release it. The human body as a bridge between heaven and soil. Before sleep tonight, move again. 10 slow circles of your arms, 10 twists of your spine. Let the body feel alive one last time before rest. The more you move with awareness, the more your body trusts you. It begins to repair itself during sleep with precision. Motion by day becomes restoration by night. Remember this, stillness heals the mind, but motion heals the body. You need both. The balance between them is the rhythm of eternity. Thoth called it the dance of the two halves of light. The Japanese call it inyo, the harmony of yin and yang. Science calls it homeostasis. Whatever name you use, it is the same eternal truth. So move, not to lose weight, not to look younger, but to remind your body it is still part of the living universe. Because when you move consciously, age loses its rhythm, and youth begins to dance again within you. Close your eyes for a moment, listen. Behind the noise of your thoughts there is another sound, soft, steady, eternal. That silence is the fifth secret of Thoth, the mind of still waters. The ancients believed that the mind is like a lake. When it's disturbed, the surface breaks into 1,000 ripples and no reflection can appear. But when the waters are still, the light of truth shines clearly. In Japan, this teaching survives through zazen, seated meditation, and shikantaza, just sitting. The practice looks simple, the body unmoving, the breath calm, the mind aware. Yet within that stillness, the nervous system resets, the hormones balance, and the cells begin to repair themselves. We spend most of life trapped in noise, screens, conversations, deadlines, worry. Every thought we chase adds another ripple. The body follows the chaos of the mind and aging accelerates. Science now calls this oxidative stress, invisible storms inside our cells, driven by constant anxiety. Thoth described it poetically as the winds that carve wrinkles upon the soul. When you calm the mind, you calm those winds, and the body starts to heal. Modern neuroscience finally explains what Thoth hinted at. When you enter deep meditation, the brain's default mode network, the part that creates mental chatter, goes quiet. Blood flow increases to regions responsible for empathy, focus, and memory. Cortisol drops, serotonin rises, and telomerase activity increases, repairing the ends of DNA strands. In other words, your thoughts literally shape your lifespan. Japanese researchers at Tohoku University found that daily meditation for 20 minutes can slow biological aging by improving telomere maintenance. What Thoth called divine silence, modern science calls cellular preservation. To begin this exercise, find a place where you can sit upright and still. No music, no phones, just quiet. Rest your hands on your knees, palms up. Close your eyes gently. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and let the breath settle into its own rhythm. Don't force stillness, allow it to appear. Thoughts will rise like bubbles. Let them drift away. You are not your thoughts. You are the watcher of them. After 5 minutes, you'll feel space opening inside your head, like a room cleaned of dust. After 15, you may sense a warmth spreading through your body. That is your nervous system shifting from fight or flight into deep repair. Thoth said, "He who commands silence commands the gates of eternity." The Japanese have a word for this mental clarity. Mushin, the mind of no mind. Samurai trained for years to reach it. In battle, it meant absolute focus. In life, it means peace so deep that stress has nowhere to land. You can cultivate it daily, even for just 10 minutes. When you master inner silence, noise loses its power. The physiological impact is extraordinary. During meditation, the vagus nerve slows the heartbeat. Blood vessels relax and inflammation markers fall. Brain scans reveal synchronized alpha and theta waves, the same patterns seen in children and highly creative states. Your mind becomes both calm and awake. That is why Thoth linked stillness to rebirth. A mind returned to its original rhythm becomes young again. Imagine the Japanese tea master kneeling in silence before pouring water. Every motion deliberate, every pause filled with presence. The ritual lasts only minutes but feels eternal. This is the mind of still waters in motion, meditation turned into art. You can do the same with anything, washing dishes, walking, drinking tea. The point is not to escape the world, but to meet it fully. As you practice, memories and emotions will surface. Do not resist them. Watch them pass like clouds over the lake. Thoth warned, "The fool stirs the water to see his reflection but finds only mud." Don't analyze. Just observe. Over time, thoughts lose control. The deeper self awakens, the one untouched by years, wounds, or worry. Japanese Zen calls this kensho, seeing your true nature. It is the ultimate form of youth, because it cannot age. Doctors in Kyoto have documented measurable benefits: slower heart rate variability, reduced anxiety, improved immune cell count. Some clinics now prescribe meditation as therapy for aging disorders. The body responds to peace as medicine. Thoth understood this before modern instruments could measure it. "Still the storm within," he wrote, "and the flesh shall remember its origin. When your mind becomes still, even time behaves differently. Minutes stretch wide, sensations sharpen, gratitude floods in. You notice the warmth of sunlight, the sound of your breath, the pulse behind your ribs. That awareness is life noticing itself. In those moments you realize you are not a body racing toward death, but consciousness witnessing creation. That shift alone can transform how your cells operate. Try this tonight before sleep. Sit in darkness, breathe, and imagine your thoughts as leaves floating down a river. Watch them drift away until only the water remains. When the last leaf disappears, rest in that silence. That is Thoth's fifth key, the mind of still waters. Remember, stillness is not the absence of life. It's the foundation of it. The Japanese call calmness the highest form of strength. Thoth agreed. In the still mind there is no fear, no rush, no decay, only awareness, steady and young. Practice this daily, and your body will begin to follow the peace of your mind. The lake will clear, the reflection will return, and in that mirror you will see not age but eternity looking back. Close your eyes and place your hand over your heart. Beneath your ribs there is light. You may not see it, but you can feel it. The subtle warmth, the quiet pulse that has never stopped since the moment you were born. Thoth called this the light within the flesh, the final exercise that reverses aging. It is not about movement or posture or even breath. It is about remembering that you are not just a body that carries energy. You are energy shaping the body. Modern science now calls this bioelectricity, the invisible current that drives every heartbeat, every neural spark, every act of regeneration. The Japanese have a word for it, inochi no hikari, the light of life. Both teachings describe the same truth. When this inner current flows freely, decay slows, wounds heal, and the entire organism begins to glow from within. Every emotion you feel changes this internal electricity. Gratitude strengthens it. Fear distorts it. Love amplifies it. Chronic anger burns it out. That is why Thoth warned that the fire of hatred consumes the vessel of youth. Japanese researchers have proven that sustained positive emotion, particularly gratitude and compassion, raises immunoglobulin A, boosts heart coherence and reduces cellular inflammation. In simple terms, the chemistry of kindness slows aging. What ancient mystics called divine light is now visible in labs as electromagnetic harmony between the heart and brain. This practice begins with awareness. Each morning before you stand, place a hand over your chest and breathe deeply. As you inhale, imagine light expanding inside your body, spreading warmth through your limbs. As you exhale, imagine that light cleansing darkness, fatigue, doubt, and pain out through your skin. Do it slowly, 3 to 5 times. Then think of one thing you are thankful for, even something small. The sound of rain, the breath you're taking, the life still inside you. That thought changes the entire frequency of your nervous system. Japanese monks practicing Naikan, the meditation of gratitude, report lower stress, steadier heartbeats, and a sense of timeless peace. Thoth described this same state as the harmony of flame and vessel. Light exists in every cell. Scientists at Kyoto and Osaka universities have detected ultra-weak photon emissions, tiny flashes of light radiating from living tissue. When you are healthy, these photons form orderly patterns. When you are ill or depressed, they scatter. Meditation, prayer, and gratitude restore coherence, causing cells to emit light more steadily. So when Thoth said, "Shine from within and the years will obey," He was describing literal physics. Your body listens to your thoughts as electrical signals. Think with love, and you strengthen your circuit. Think with fear, and the current breaks. The Japanese longevity culture expresses this through hara-hachibu, the practice of leaving the body content, but never heavy. They treat food, air, and emotion as energy, not just matter. Everything you consume vibrates. Everything you feel radiates. To keep the light within strong, they cultivate balance. Enough sleep, clean food, calm breath, open heart. Their secret is not perfection, but harmony. Thoth's final exercise mirrors that. Balance fire with stillness, and immortality follows. You can test it yourself. The next time you feel drained or anxious, close your eyes and visualize light entering through the crown of your head, filling every cell until your body feels luminous. Scientists might call this visualization neuroplasticity training, reprogramming brain networks to shift physiology. But the effect is ancient magic disguised as modern biology. Within minutes, pulse rate decreases, oxygen levels rise, and the mind grows quiet. That is not fantasy. That is the nervous system responding to coherent intention. As this becomes habit, you'll begin to notice subtle changes. Your face relaxes. Your digestion improves. Sleep deepens. People will tell you that you look different, though they can't explain why. It's not cosmetic, it's energetic. You've started to glow. The same soft radiance seen in monks, healers, and people who live with purpose. In Japan, they call it nijimitama, the gentle soul that shines outward. In Egypt, Thoth called it the body of light. Different continents, same message. The true source of youth is not in creams, machines, or miracles. It is in the quality of energy you radiate every single day. Before sleep each night, repeat this ritual. Sit in silence, hand on heart, and whisper inwardly, "I am light remembering itself." Feel the warmth spread from chest to spine, from spine to limbs. Visualize your whole body surrounded by a golden field. This image isn't superstition. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, signals repair, and prepares your cells for regeneration during sleep. You become your own healer. And here lies the greatest revelation of Thoth's 6 exercises. They were never meant to grant immortality in the physical sense. They were meant to awaken awareness so deep that you live every moment as eternal. When your mind is clear, your breath rhythmic, your posture strong, your movements conscious, your thoughts silent, and your heart radiant, you are already reborn. Aging becomes only a measurement of years, not of being. So carry this light, breathe it, walk with it. Let it enter your words, your gaze, your presence. The Japanese say a person filled with inochi no hikari brightens every room. Thoth said, one who knows the light becomes the light. Science would simply say coherence heals. All three mean the same thing. The journey began with emptiness, continued through breath, posture, motion, and silence, and now ends here with illumination. When the light within the flesh awakens, you realize you never needed to chase youth. You were the source of it all along. The glow that others see is just your own consciousness remembering what it truly is, timeless, boundless, alive.